Born in the city of Naha on Christmas Day 1938 to police officer Seiichi and his wife Toshi, Morio Higaonna's early years were filled with the chaos of the Pacific War and the occupation by the United States that followed it. The post-war privation of the Okinawan people created a generation of hardy youngsters who needed little to survive and for whom discomfort was of no consequence. As their ancestors had done for generations, they worked the soil and fished for a living, took solace in their music when time allowed, and studied karate as an inexpensive but highly effective way of training the mind and body. In 1953, at the urging of a friend, the 15-year-old Higaonna presented himself at the garden dojo of the founder of Goju-ryu Karate, Chojo Miyagi, in Tsuboya, and began training. A dedicated student, he came quickly to the attention of the master's wife, who admonished him to avoid alcohol and tobacco, and to take instruction from Anichi Miyagi, one of her husband's favorite and most capable pupils. As a student at the Naha Shogyo Kotogako, Morio's interest in karate strengthened into a passion. On graduation, he took employment with a bank, but resigned after less than a year because the work disrupted his karate training schedule. When his mentor Anichi's work took him overseas, Morio too decided to see more of the world. Passing the entrance examination to Tokyo's Takushoku University, he left his homeland to start a new phase of his life. When the university's karate club was closed following the death of a student, Higaonna accepted the invitation of another Okinawan to teach at a small private dojo in Tokyo's Yoyogi district. Here, by teaching karate, washing cars, and working on construction sites, he supported himself until graduation. Although modest in both structure and location, Morio Higaonna's Yoyogi Dojo was soon regarded as the premier Goju-ryu dojo in Japan, and became a mecca for dedicated karate men, many of whom would become respected instructors themselves in the fullness of time. In 1980, a film unit from Kyoto Television recorded this presentation on 16mm film, in which the author, assisted by instructors Iwahara, Kato, Tadano and Terauchi, presented all 12 Goju-ryu kata with basic applications. The original 16mm film print was transferred to videotape in 1994 and subsequently to DVD in 2004. The historical value of this presentation was viewed as considerable, and therefore editing was limited to minor enhancements designed to improve its overall quality.
Sanchin. Sanchin Kata emphasizes the coordination of the body and mind through the control of muscle tension combined with controlled breathing. Sanchin training. During Sanchin training, the instructor should test for proper tension and concentration. The mind must not be affected by the pain, nor the body moved by the shock of the blows. The power of the mind and the body must be focused in the tanden by proper control of muscle tension and breath control. The shoulders should be kept down, the back straight, the muscles of the chest tight. The elbows should be held in and the hands tight. The hips and lower abdomen should be rolled forward and up. The knees should be pressing in, but the thighs outward. The feet should be as though clutching the floor. Gekisai Daiichi. Chojun Miyagi sensei made this kata of basic techniques in 1940 to enable the average person to become stronger. Gekisai Dai Ni. This kata is basically the same as Gekisai Daichi, but it introduces open hand techniques and nekoashi movement. Saifa. Saifa kata is made up mostly of circularly applied striking techniques with the use of whip-like motions, along with some escape techniques. Seiyunchin. This kata develops the strength of the hips and legs in combination with a variety of hand techniques. Shisochin. This kata emphasizes open hand techniques coordinated with controlled hip movements. Sanseru. This kata develops the use of low kicks and double hand techniques. Sepai. Sepai kata is made up of a variety of unusual hand, foot, and body movement techniques. Kururunfa. This kata also develops the use of a wide variety of open hand techniques and especially hip hand coordination. Sesan. This is an aesthetic kata epitomizing the ideal of Goju Ryu by using a number of hard and soft techniques. Suparinpei. This kata, Goju's longest, utilizes a large number of techniques along with breath control and contains the greatest variety of application and depth of meaning. Tensho. Tensho kata, also called Rokkishu, was made by Chojun Miyagi sensei as a high-level breath control and hand technique kata.
Since this program was produced, the author's contributions to the art of karate continue to be significant. In 1995, he wrote the definitive work on the history of his style that led to it being recognized as an ancient martial art in Japan. More recently, he made a series of instructional videos, the Goju Technical Series, that present the syllabus of his school in its entirety. Half a century since he stood at the gate of Chojun Miyagi's garden dojo and requested instruction, Morio Higaonna continues to challenge the bounds of human endurance with his own training, while teaching tens of thousands of students from Tazakizan to Tokyo the art of Goju karate. Now as then, he keeps in mind the words of the founder. Training the body and mind in karate results in the cultivation of a strong character and indomitable spirit. Morio Higaonna is considered the best qualified and most talented Goju karate practitioner alive today. A student of Anichi Miyagi, the last disciple of the style's founder, his unparalleled ability has earned him the respect and admiration of senior karate masters of all styles. In power training, the author demonstrates the methods and training techniques that develop Goju power, the combination of muscular strength and coordinated breathing that creates chikara or spirit strength. There could be no better guide than Morio Higaonna on the path to the incredible, indeed superhuman physical and mental power of Goju karate. By using the ancient karate methods that were brought to a state of perfection by Chojun Miyagi, you too can develop the physical and mental benefits once reserved only for the professional karate instructor. A full 90 minutes of personal instruction by the Supreme Master of Goju that includes supplementary training with equipment, body conditioning, stamina and strength development, makiwara training, the practice and evaluation of Sanchin, kata training, pre-arranged and free sparring, and a great deal more. This brand new series by Morio Higaonna sets the standard for the presentation of technical material. The viewer cannot fail to benefit from this instructor's immense ability and experience as he explains precisely and in great detail exactly how each kata should be performed. Nobody can do it better than Higaonna, and never has it been better presented than here. Part 1 presents Sepai and Saifa, the Goju-ryu kata mandatory for international competition. According to the author, he has never taught these in such depth before, a statement supported by the amount of information presented and its highly detailed nature. Both kata are performed at full speed and in excellent slow motion. A thorough explanation is given of each movement, then the applications are demonstrated in detail. Part 2 deals with the signature kata of Goju-ryu, Sanchin. An historical sketch of the development of Sanchin is given, which includes demonstrations of the kata by Liu Chang-yi and Shinyu Gushi. This is followed by the most detailed and lucid explanation of Goju-ryu Sanchin ever given by the man who is regarded as its greatest living exponent. The quality of content and production in the first 2 parts of this 5-part series are exceptional. No effort has been spared to make these not only the most informative videos on the subject, but also the most visually satisfying. Parts 3, 4 and 5 will follow in due course to complete this Goju-ryu masterpiece. In part 3 of this series, Morio Higaonna demonstrates in great detail the constituent parts of the Goju-ryu syllabus. Although described as basics, many of the techniques he shows are in fact quite rare, and while apparently simple in their execution, are in reality very difficult to perform correctly. This 50-minute show includes 22 striking, 10 kicking and 29 blocking techniques, reflex training, evasion methods, close quarters fighting and grappling, as well as nerve holds and strikes. In part 4, the author examines in great detail the fundamental kata Gekisai Daichi and Gekisai Daini and their applications. This is followed by detailed demonstrations at full speed and in slow motion of Seiyunchin, Shisochin and Kururunfa. As with all volumes of this excellent series, multiple cameras and computer-generated slow motion sequences are used so that every detail of the movement can be seen from a variety of carefully chosen angles. This landmark technical series concludes with Volume 5, in which the author's legendary technical ability is demonstrated to great effect. His presentations of Sesan, Suparinpei and Tensho are without equal and provide the standard by which performance should be measured. Also included are dynamic demonstrations of kata applications with a partner in the kakie form, part of the style's rich Chinese heritage and a primary reason for its effectiveness in close quarters fighting and grappling. This 5-volume series, together with the power training video by the same author, is the only reference work you will ever need to Goju-ryu karate.
The Dragon Associates website features everything from fast-breaking news to a martial arts store, information on the latest videos to back issues of Dragon Times and Fighting Arts magazine. For information you can depend on from the best instructors and martial arts writers in the world, visit us on the World Wide Web at www.dragon-tsunami.org. Dragon Associates since 1968. Tsunami martial arts videos are recognized worldwide as the very finest of their kind. Tsunami's dedicated production team has captured, in their most perfect form, the classical schools of karate. In doing so, they have produced a historical resource of enormous value to this and future generations. The best instructors, the best photography and sound, the best writing and research. Tsunami, the best martial arts videos in the world.